Publishing the application. These are all the steps which you are going to use in your application. Sanitize the app, cross-check the app resources, revisit the manifest file, verify the remote server readiness, decide the pricing model, finalize the agreement, and create the promotional materials. First one, sanitize the application. So during the development, we may use these files: testing file, debugging file, log statement, or some unused libraries may be used. So these things must be removed before you are publishing your application. So this step is used to remove these junk files from your application so that you can reduce the size of the app. Next one, cross check all the resources which is used in your application. So inside the resource folder you are having different folder: drawable folder, string folder, value folder. So we may use different images and audio and video. In case of images, we need to keep lower resolution images to higher resolution images in the respective drawable folder, so that it will support multiple devices for the display. So recheck all the sources which is used in your app. Next one, revisit your manifest file. So this step is very important, because the name of your application must be unique, also the package name. So while you are giving the name, you choose in a wise manner so that it will not be conflict with the other application names which is already existing. So next one, check the necessary permission needed for your application. Sometimes your app need to be access the gallery or the call or the contact, internet, Wi-Fi connection, GPS also included. For all the additional things, we need to give the permission, or we need to get the permission from the user while we are installing. Those things will be configured in this particular manifest file. And then this Android debugging must be in false mode, because in user mode your application should not be in a debug mode. So when you are installing in a developer mode, your app can be debugged, but for user mode it must be in false mode. And then map the key, verify with your API console. So readiness of your remote model, readiness of your remote server. This is the next step. So files or data which is available in the remote server must be ready or verified before you are publishing your application. Sometimes you may use Firebase for your database as a backend. So at that time, before you are publishing your application, it must be verified whether the data is available in the particular database or not. In the same way, some data may be uploaded in some remote location. Those things must be verified whether it is available to user or not. And next step is decide the pricing model. So app can be released in two ways. One is free model or pricing model. In case of free model, there is no need of checking anything, but in case of paid version, first you need to fix what is the price, and for different location, different currencies you need to decide. In case of global-wise, it will be American dollar. In case of Indian price. In the same way, in each and every country, what is the price, currency it is used, those things has to be carefully decided in this particular step. Next step, finalize the agreement. The end user license agreement must be carefully defined, written, and it has to be uploaded. And next one, create the promotional materials, the app description. So this is very important step. Most of the people will read what is the app. So this description must be written very clearly and carefully. And then take some screenshots of your application for the user view while you are uploading in Play Store or in some other application distributor. And then create the promotional video about your application. These are all the promotional materials. Another thing is configure your application. So in manifest file, you need to mention what is the package name, what is the version code and version name. So this is used for tracking your application. So when you are releasing multiple versions, what are the changes has been made in each revision, that can be tracked by using this different version and difference. So this is the example. So version 1, I am giving the package name, and here I have mentioned the version code as 1 and the version name is v1.0. For the second version, I am giving version code as 2 and the version name as version v1.1. So this is how you need to mention the version code and version name. The next one is yes, API, specifying API requirement. So what is the minimum SDK version your app is going to support, and what is the target SDK version, and what is the maximum. So what is minimum means from this particular API SDK version only your app can be installed. That means suppose you are mentioning 8. So the SDK version 8 is Android Jelly Bean. From that version we can able to install. Before, the lower version will not be supported by your application, and the higher version, the maximum SDK version is what is the maximum level your app can be installed. So this must be specified as latest version, otherwise we can ignore this particular line. So minimum level alone we can mention. And what is this particular targeted SDK version? So in this particular version we have installed and we have verified or tested our application. That will be mentioned as targeted SDK version. Next one, sign your application. These are the steps you need to follow. Generate and upload key and keystroke. So from your application environment, Android Studio, you are having an option called build. Inside the build, you are having the option to generate the key for the first time. If you are using already existing key, then you can use the second step. Sign your application with your uploaded key. Already you have used key, some key for your application. That key can be used. In such case, you no need of using the first one. You need to generate your key and then opt into the app signing by Google Play. So Google Play Store is the Play Store is used for distributing your application through Google. So you need to sign in the Google Play, then upload your application into Google Play and prepare and roll out your release of your application. So these are all the steps used for sign your application. And the last, how to distribute your application. So these are all the different steps. So first and major source is your Play Store. Through Play Store you can publish your application. Otherwise your personal websites or personal forums and some blogs, or through email you can give, or through your friend circle you can circulate your publication. So this is about publishing your application. Thank you.